Today I have a simple center step card idea to share with you featuring some brand new Stampin' Up products from a product suite called Come Sail Away. Now the new catalog launches in less than 2 weeks. Are you excited? Hi, it's Lynn Dunn from Stamptastic Designs. Thanks so much for joining me today. In this episode of Stamptastic TV, you will learn how to make a center step card masculine style. This center step easel card is created from a regular 5.5 by 4.25 inch card size. So that means you don't need extra cardstock to create the pop-up easel section of this card. Pretty cool, hey? By the end of this video, you will have a simple center step card idea that you can create with any stamp set or pattern papers you have on hand. Just get creative with it. And for the latest card making ideas, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click on that little bell so you will be notified each time I upload a new video. Now, I enjoy creating all sorts of cards. I like simplicity, but I also like cards that have that wow factor, like fun fold cards. So leave me a comment below and let me know what type of cards you like to create. So first, let's talk about the supplies you will need to create this card. You will need some white, Night of Navy, Sahara Sand, and Balmy Blue cardstock for the base of your cards and for the accent pieces. You will also need some of your favorite pattern papers. So for these projects, I am using a few of the different patterns from the new Come Sail Away Designer Series paper pack from Stampin' Up. Of course, I am also using the new Sailing Home stamp set, as well as the coordinating die set, which is called Smooth Sailing. You will also need a 1 3/8 inch circle punch or a die cut so that you can cut out the little compass to decorate your card. You could also cut it out by hand. I will also be using a bit of baker's twine. So this is Night of Navy and Sahara Sand. So it's a nice little color combination. I will also be using some of the new Sail Away trinkets. So I'll be using one of these to decorate or embellish the card. And the last thing you will need is some ink. So I am using Night of Navy and Sahara Sand. All right, I think that's it. Let's get started. So let's start by creating the base of the center step easel card. So you will start with a piece of Night of Navy cardstock cut at 5.5 by 8.5 inches. Score the 8.5 inch side at 4.25 inches to create the base of the card. Now open up the card base and place the card front in your paper trimmer. Line up the edge of the card front at 1.5 inches and make a cut down to the score line. Now line up the edge of the card front at 4 inches and make another cut down to the score line. You will end up with 2 flaps on each side of the card that measure 1.5 inches. Next, place the middle section of the card front back in your paper trimmer. Line up the edge of the middle section at 2 1/8 inches and use the scoring tool to create a fold in the middle section of the card front. So you will end up with 3 different sections. The middle section with the score line will be the easel part of the card. Okay, now I get excited about receiving any type of handmade card, but I really love it when it was created with a simple fun fold idea. Fun fold cards have that wow factor associated with them. So if you enjoy fun fold card ideas, give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment below. And for more fun fold card ideas, be sure to check out the playlist featured at the top of the screen. Okay, so now that we have the card base created, let's decorate it. Lay the card flat in front of you. Cut 2 pieces of one of the patterns of the Come Sail Away Designer Series paper at 1.25 by 4 inches and adhere them to the left and right flaps of the card front. Cut 2 pieces of the sailboat pattern DSP at 1 7/8 by 2.25 inches. Adhere them to the 2 sections of the center flap. The pieces should be adhered above and below that 2/8 inch score line. Cut a 3 by 4.25 inch piece of Balmy Blue cardstock and adhere it to the center of the inside of the card. Now you can adhere the 2 1/2 inch side flaps directly down onto the card base. These flaps are only there for decorative purposes. Stamp the lighthouse image on white cardstock using Sahara Sand ink. Stamp the compass image on a piece of Sahara Sand cardstock using Night of Navy ink. Now cut out these images by hand or use the coordinating die set. Adhere the lighthouse to the lower part of the center flap. Now wrap a bit of baker's twine around the bottom of the center flap, overlapping the lower part of the lighthouse image. Tie a little embellishment on the baker's twine with a double knot and then trim off the excess. Now adhere the compass over the right side of the baker's twine and the lighthouse so it'll overlap both, and adhere it with a few dimensionals. Now stamp a sentiment on a scrap piece of white cardstock using Night of Navy ink. Cut out the image by hand or use the coordinating die that comes in the set. Fold up the easel section of the card and use a few dimensionals to adhere the sentiment to the balmy blue cardstock that you put on the inside of the card. Now the sentiment serves as a little holder to keep that center flap popped up into an easel position. The card will lay flat for mailing too. And for the finishing touch, embellish one of the flaps with a small sailboat image. Now you have a simple masculine center step card idea that you can create with any stamp set or pattern papers that you have on hand. Just get creative with it. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to download the printable tutorial. You can find the link below this video. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by liking it and sharing it with your friends. And leave a comment below to let me know what you enjoyed most about the video and the card shared here today. Have fun getting creative, take care, and I will see you soon.